Welcome to Fantember, a series where I look at games that you guys suggest for me to play. Here's a list of all 35 games I'll be doing. Yeah, that's a lot. But I love you, and so I'm gonna do all this. Even though I can tell that some of you really want me to suffer, it's okay. Today we're gonna be looking at 7 games, so let's get started. Also, I'm gonna let Saki review one of these games, because why not? I think he deserves one. I don't really have a long history with Sonic games. I mean, I owned the first and second one, but that was really it. And I played the third one whenever I went over to my uncle's house, but that was only whenever he wasn't home. Then the next one I played was Sonic Colors. Then of course I bought Sonic Forces to review on this channel. The scars remain. So I got suggested to cover 2 Sonic games, Sonic Mania and Sonic Unleashed. It's because of the wolf thing, isn't it? Sonic Mania has received a ton of love from fans, and it's not hard to see why. I stream this on my Twitch channel. I'm just gonna put this shameless plug right there. The visuals are remarkable, and you can tell how much heart and soul went into this game. Working with the nostalgia of these well-known zones while also implementing new areas in these zones, it just quickly drew me in. And throw in some new mechanics and you got yourself a grand old time. Oh, and the new zones that they made for this game are actually really good too. I know people give flying battery zones some crap, but I actually really enjoyed this level. Really don't understand the hate personally. I mean, you just move the directional button on where you want to fly and boom, there you go. Then again, I'm not doing like a 100% completion run, so that might be why. The Blue Sphere stages make their grand return, and I still really suck at them, I'm not gonna lie. They added a cool stage to the Sonic universe, and it's Catch the UFO. I mean, that's not the official name, but still, go get that UFO right there, go get it. I actually really enjoyed these sections. However, I'm not the greatest at racing games. And yes, I know this isn't technically racing by any means, but I'm not the best at high-speed stuff. Is that better? Is that better for you guys? Probably not, but... There was one minor issue I had with the game, and this is really just being nitpicky. It's during these fast sequences. So say you're holding in the right directional pad, and the course makes you go left suddenly. Sonic will suddenly stop the moment you start going left. However, sometimes Sonic doesn't really care and you can keep going fast by holding that same directional button in. And then other times you figure, oh hey, I should start going left since it forced me to go that way, and the game's like, nah bro, we slowing down. Or sometimes it would actually work and you keep up the pace. Personally, I would have liked more consistency with this. I mean, granted, I don't know if it's like that for every other console. This happened to me quite a few times on the PlayStation 4, so it might just be like a minor thing. But then again, like I said, this is just nitpicky. It's really not that big of an issue. I'm a sucker for boss battles. They're one of my favorite parts of any video game, and the bosses in Sonic Mania are freaking great. You can even play Puyo Puyo as a boss battle. I actually really love games like this. I used to play Pokemon Puzzle League on my family computer on the N64 emulator all the freaking time. There's numerous secrets and cool things are unlocked, so the replayability is certainly there. Throw in Encore mode and you have hours of more fun to have. I actually really love this game. Probably because the most Sonic I've ever played is actually the original trilogy. It's classic Sonic with new areas, more unlockables, more to do, and more Knuckles. In case the box art couldn't make it any more clear, you are Sonic, and you are a werewolf. Seriously, who in their right mind thought this was a good idea? Who okayed this? I like wacky ideas, don't get me wrong, but you might as well freaking put Sonic into medieval times. They did that too? Alright, so it looks bad, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. On the Wii. And no, I didn't stream Sonic Unleashed because it would literally just be this. This intro is actually pretty cool. It's cinematic. There's no dialogue that makes me hate being alive. Super Sonic is here, and then Eggman catches Sonic, takes the Chaos Emeralds, and then breaks up the world into separate pieces. Wait, why didn't the world technically blow up then? Why would Eggman want to blow up the world? We're really just gonna ignore all these questions because... And then Eggman lets him fall to his supposed death. Except it doesn't kill him, of course, why would it? Eggman could literally kill Sonic right there. He had the chance. He has another chance of freaking Sonic Forces too. You think I forgot about that? No. There's 2 chances and he just used it up. Oh my. Let's just do the game. Let's just go. Let's go. So instead of actually interacting with people, I get these still portraits and they say words. And I get to go through menus. Yay, exhilarating. But to be fair, like the 360 version, they actually have people, real people that move, and you can actually go to towns. Wii was like, yeah, screw it, here's a menu, have fun. Sonic Unleashed was the first game to have a boost gauge in a 3D Sonic game, which is cool, I guess. There's not much to talk about these sections, just go fast, drift, it's easy, yeah. Now here's the moment you've all been waiting for, the werehog sections. Have you ever played the original God of War or Bayonetta game and said to yourself, boy, I wish I could play a boring version of this game? Button mash and enjoy the combat system that's been implemented in hundreds of Newgrounds Flash games before. I'm not kidding, like look at this freaking gameplay, it's Stream's ripoff with every swing. These werehog sections are pretty awful in all honesty. Platforming is difficult and finicky. You can push the button to grab hold, but the game won't register and boom, there, you're dead. And trust me, you're gonna die a lot. And you're gonna throw your Wii remote in the process. I'm pretty sure this game is the reason why they added the straps, because they know how much I want to freaking destroy things with this remote. There's a lot of padding in this game. The daytime levels pretty much go on for a few stages with little differences in between. Just a big open area, it's pretty bland. There's not much positivity with this game. Apparently the 360 version is way better and looks way better too. Plus, like I said before, you can actually talk to characters rather than these Paper Mario-esque characters. Just kidding. Those characters actually have personality, and they're interesting. I admire the fact that Sonic Unleashed actually created a staple that they use for future Sonic games. However, the Wii version just made me want to throw my Wii remote at everybody within a 5-mile radius, whereas Sonic Mania is just freaking beautiful. I know I said this earlier, but a lot of love got poured into this game and it just gushes out. Alright, so we got one good game, one bad game. Let's see what else we got. You know what, let's try a newer game. Let's try Getting Over It. I mean, I saw the craze of it all over YouTube and I never tried it out, so hey, why not? Let's do it. Getting Over It is the story of a man trapped within the state of his own mind, attempting to get out of this black hole that continues to drown him each and every day of his life. The man continues to fight, picking at the stress all around him, clawing at the very things that continue to bring him down. Yard work, owning a house, pollution, construction, Space Force. But he does not give up. No, he continues to fight forward, to press on no matter how many times he reverts back to step one. Bennett Foddy offers wisdom in these dark times, hope, and a companionship that's very needed. Through all the stress enveloping, Foddy remains to offer comfort, to offer thoughts, to offer ideas to get his mind off the pain. But the biggest character in all of this is you. You are here to help this man. Maybe it's to show what it's truly like to help someone who goes through such hell, that you can help someone get over it. The mistakes show that you cannot give up, for you can get back to where you once were. You did it before with him, and you can do it again. However, you can take him even farther this time. With each passing swing, it shows a man who is committed to surviving, to pressing on while the dark hole is now a part of him. The water that was once continuously drowning him is now something he can easily tread in. He is a man who will get over it. He will get over it all. Or maybe this game represents absolutely none of that garbage. This is just a Madden game where it makes you want to punch people a freaking Build-A-Bear due to the fact that you can't even play this with a mouse or, God forbid, a freaking touchpad. I just anger. All I fear is hate. Nothing more, nothing less. Screw this game. Oh, hey, ZombiU's actually on this list. I haven't played that in forever. Let's just jump into it. What, did you think I was going to do like a zombie skit or something? That's kind of...
Brains.
We're not doing this. You look ridiculous.
You're the one who created a sentient sock puppet. Don't tell me what ridiculous is, you freak.
Hard liquor, hard truth, can't swallow, need a bartender, put me out my sorrow.
So ZombiU is a zombie game where you just survive. There's no over-the-top story, and I freaking love that! The best concept that this game brings is that once your character dies, they're dead for good. And I like that so much. I mean, you could actually grow attached to your character and you want them to live, except that doesn't happen. You find out that your next respawn person knows pretty much everything your previous character did, so just find the dead body and pick up what you left behind. There's a lot of potential with that idea, but it just kind of crapped the bed, which makes your character dying pretty much a moot point. But the game is genuinely scary. You get this sense of dread and you don't know whether or not you're gonna run into something you can't fend off. It's difficult and it actually makes you feel like you're in an actual zombie apocalypse. There's no guns a-blazing. No, you actually have to survive. Also, when it comes to the story, there's actually a voice that tells you where to go and stuff, but mainly the draw to this game is survive. You actually have to take your time with this game or else you're gonna die and lose everything on you. The game needs to be fleshed out a little more. It has some really great ideas that I think could have really done something, but Things like the combat system where you just mash the swing button until they die, or the fact that there's only like 3 or 4 zombies at once. I really think hordes of zombies would have been really cool in this. It hinders the experience and the suspense that you can tell they were aiming for. ZombiU deserves a sequel in all honesty. The ideas it brought forth are really interesting and intriguing. It just needed some more polish. It's so there. It could have been one of the better zombie games of all time, and I know that's a bold statement, but it's true. Just, please, a sequel. Just polish it out and it's gonna be great. Please, it's right there. It's staring at me. Next up, we're going with FIFA 18. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not buying this game. No, I'm not. I just share played it to see what it was about. Then again, I can't really act like I have any dignity because I bought every Madden game since 2005. But still! Alright, so in case you didn't know, FIFA is soccer, or as pretty much every other country in the world calls it, football. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest on sports outside of American football and the occasional basketball, but I actually really enjoy sports games. I mean, I love Super Mario Strikers, Mario Tennis, even Mario Golf, and I hate golf. Also, if Nintendo were to ever make like a Mario-style American football game, I would just buy it in an instant. I'm in there like swimwear. Alright, let's actually take a look at what FIFA is. You kick the ball around, try to score like a point or 3. In all fairness, there's actually a lot of strategy to this game. Like for example, you have to pass the ball a certain way using the analog sticks. There's a crap ton about this game. However, I don't like realistic soccer, so I'm not feeling this game. I'm not going to be able to give it a good, fair review because it's just blah to me. It's not a bad game, but it's just not my cup of tea, so I don't want to like drag this on and like force it. I mean, FIFA's alright. If you like soccer, play it. Let's talk about a newer game that isn't getting over it because that game just makes me want to set myself on fire. I've been excited for We Happy Few for a while now, and I'm very happy that someone suggested it so I could try it out. So We Happy Few has been a mixed bag for me. However, I love the overall setting of the game. A British dystopia set in the 1960s where everyone takes drugs to forget the terrible thing that they did for the Germans. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil that part or anything. So you start the game off as Arthur while he's withdrawing from the drug called Joy, and he's slowly starting to remember the terrible thing that his country did. But as the game goes on, there's actually 2 other segments with characters named Sally and Ollie. It shows you other things within the world, like what life's like with Joy, the hallucinations, and so on and so forth. I also enjoyed some stealth moments, and there's some really great ideas in this game. It just hurts me to say that it just feels underwhelming and not executed properly. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of crafting systems, especially when it's just for your survival. It's just a preference of mine, okay? But one thing I really gotta talk about is the dialogue because, oh my god. It's so long-winded and just freaking shoves it down your throat. It feels like the creator said, I don't know if they're smart enough to fully understand what they're talking about, so let's just explain it for the next 5 minutes, which is really sad because there are some interesting characters, but I found myself not caring because I sat there like, come on, hurry up, I get it. I get it, let's go, let's go! There's some cool little tidbits that you can read to help you better understand what's really going on around you, like notes and books and things like that. It gives the area you're in just a darker, more serious feel. You start to understand what kind of world you're truly in. However, the outside world parts where you're just walking around islands is pretty bland, boring, and just repetitive. Looking back on it, I realized that it felt more like I was just moving from point A to point B with minor inconveniences getting in the way. I mean, the only reward you really get for exploring is just looting bodies and stuff like that, and it's just crafts, and it doesn't really feel rewarding to me. This game was a decent time. I wouldn't say great, but I also wouldn't say it was awful. The world is really the best part about this game, but the execution is so lackluster. It's a solid game. Ooh, can I pick a game? Sure, you can pick whatever one you want. Let's check. Ooh, LSD Dream Emulator on this?
Emulator.
Saki, no! FBI, get on the ground! Oh, wait, that's not a Nintendo game. Nobody cares. So, you can traverse through the lands by using your feet? Yeah, no duh, Sherlock.
The pit of despair is surrounded by the idols we aim to satisfy. One entrance, one exit, blocked off from the world. If only you knew what thine eyes have witnessed. What did you see? Abandonment. The souls have left these sacred lands. Deities are in search for us, but there is no hope. They do not search for some positive grand scheme. They seek to consume. These 2 sides of us battle within. The apocalypse is upon us. All we can do is walk towards it, no end in sight. The great Trav guy remains. We return to where we started. To stare into the window, to stare into the future. But the future has other plans. The future stares back.
this has been a weird start to the list. But I'm excited to see what else the list has in store. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you all, and I'll see you all in the next video.